One of the best-known entertainers in America today, Dolly Parton, began making up her own little songs at the age of 5 back in the hills of East Tennessee. And her first guitar came at the age of 7. It's one that she made herself from an old mandolin and 2 bass guitar strings. Dolly Parton is 32 years old now and a long way from Sevier County, Tennessee. Last night here in New York, she packed the house for a concert at the Palladium. As Dolly prepared for last night's concert, she talked with Jane Pauley, both backstage and on stage.
Dolly Parton headed straight for Nashville the day she finished high school. And in the decades since, she's won every major award the country music industry has to give. But the big news now is the crossover she's made into pop music, adding new rhythms, new instruments, most importantly, new listeners, and yet not losing the country feeling and the country fans that made her a star in the first place. With the noise of setup going on behind us, we talked to Dolly Parton after rehearsal backstage. What does a little girl who grows up in Tennessee with not a lot of money, what do you aspire to? When you were 5 years old and you knew you were going to be a singer, what is it you wanted?
Everything. Like every kid, I wanted to be rich. I wanted to have fancy clothes and fancy jewelry and makeup and a big fine house and, you know, the whole
Did you see rich people and famous people? And
No, but Mama would sing songs, Mama would tell stories, and she would read stories to us, and people that would come to visit us would talk enough about a life beyond the mountains till I knew, you know, there was a life there. And somehow I just sensed that there was something greater in the world for me, even though I'm grateful for the Smoky Mountains in my home life because they're great people and it's a great place to live, and I love to go home to restore. But I just wanted to reach people all over the world, not just, you know, in the Smokies. And I just wanted to make as many people happy and to make myself as happy as I can and make as much money as I can.
Well, what about making babies? You come from a family of 12. Mm-hmm. Was that enough children for one lifetime?
I think it's enough for 9 lives. No, I really love kids, and I'm extremely close to my family, and my nieces and nephews are extremely close, you know, to me. And I don't have a desire to have children of my own yet. I've had several of my younger brothers and sisters that have lived with me on and off through the years, and I love them, so I know what it feels like to know that responsibility. But it would be a while before I would want children, if I ever do. I don't think I would miss having them because I'll always have lots of kin folks around me. Yeah.
Part of your appeal is that you can sing about love and broken hearts with such credibility. Are you a woman who knows a lot about love?
Well, I think I know enough about love to be able to write it down. But I have all kinds of emotions, and my feelings run deep. And when I love a lot. And I've had my heart tugged at enough to know how to sing a sad song. And I've never been a sheltered person. We grew up very poor, and life was a little bit hard. There was a lot of love and a lot of pride in my family and all. But I've seen enough of life. I've experienced enough of it on my own to be able to, I think, to feel. I care enough about people I can feel what I think they feel, enough to write an emotional song.
In one way you've changed a lot, and in other ways you haven't changed at all in this crossover from country to pop that has made you so well known in such a short time. Who made you cut your hair, though?
I didn't cut my hair. I just put on a shorter wig. Nobody made me cut it. It's just a lot less bother, and especially in the summertime, and especially since I'm a little heavier now than I've been in a while. The short hair seems to, you know.
Is it part of a new look, though? Because Dolly
really.
Parton looks a little, well, you have a new look. It's up.
You think so?
Yeah.
I don't think I have a new look. I just think it's, people are so much more aware of me now, they would notice a lot more than they did at the start. But the hair is not as big and not, you know, as long. But that don't mean it won't be tomorrow. Mm-hmm. So. Well,
behind the wig and the makeup, I bet is a very, very pretty woman. But you're pretty candid about what's a gimmick and what's showbiz and what isn't. What part of Dolly Parton isn't just showbiz and?
Well, because I feel real content with myself, I'm a very secure person. I think I can piddle around and play with the makeup and the hair and to have an image and to almost make it a part of my personality. I feel very good about it. You know, I don't feel I don't know, I don't feel out of place or odd. It's just something I think that suits my personality. It's something you would almost expect me to do. But I'm a very real person inside, and that's what really counts, and the rest is just something I enjoy doing. My mom always said that any old barn looked better with a little red paint on it. And so I guess I've just painted the barn with a few extra coats.
You are noticed, certainly. Before you became a star, did you enjoy being maybe the prettiest girl in the room?
Well, I don't know if I was ever the prettiest girl in the room. I was always different looking, you know, because I always liked to wear my clothes real tight, and I developed real young, and I was flirty, kind of flirty, and just real outgoing, and, you know, I just had a lot of friends, and I just always enjoyed being different because I was different. I didn't want to go along with what everybody was going along with. I wanted to be a little bit, you know, more different than that.
But your reputation is so you can't become a sex symbol with a sweet reputation like you have.
I don't know that I've become a sex symbol. I always, just as long as people like me, the person, if they can see beyond all this garbage, and if they can appreciate the music, and if they can, you know, appreciate me as a person, then that's all I care about, because I don't, it's not important to me to be thought of as sexy. Just fun and likable. I would prefer that.
I think you have that.
You do?
Dolly Parton, we are all kind of rooting for you. We want one day to be able to see that maybe a perfect 10 like they have at the Olympics that says Dolly Parton has finally reached the superstardom that she seeks.
Well, that'd be great, and that's one of the great things about New York City and us coming here to do the People Conference and to just be with the people, because it's almost like they are rooting for you. They know what I want, they know what I'm trying to get, and they know I'm working hard to do it, because I want to leave something of importance behind. If nothing else, a bigger smile than anybody else left. Just something to make people happy, and people want to see me make it, and that makes me feel great, because it's like your family or something rooting for you, and I just love them.
Well, Dolly, thank you.
Well, thank you. I want to tell you, too, I think you're great, and every time I'm up that early in the morning, I watch you. And my husband's watching you now.
Oh, Carl.
Yeah.
Well, let's say hello to Carl.
I will. Okay.
Thanks again. Back to Tom.
Dolly Parton, who has everything that she's ever wanted and handles it so well. We'll be back after this message.
Hey, thanks for watching. And don't forget, you can catch the Today Show every morning on NBC, or take Today when you're on the go. Just follow the Today podcast on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you listen.